Hello and welcome. I'm Ken, and my goal is to unite different YouTube niches into one channel in hopes to inspire you to learn something new. In today's video, we're going to be checking out one of my absolute favorite magic tricks. It's called the double lift. I'm going to show you how it's done, and then we're going to go into crazy detail how to really clean up your double lift to make it very, very presentable and pretty much you can't tell what's going on. That's the idea here. So let's get into it. Oh. Did you catch that? Let's do it again. Oh God. So that is the idea of the trick. Let's change the camera here and let's get into how we perform it. Just move these. Okay. So the idea is you are picking up two cards as one. You're displaying two cards as one, flipping it over. But in reality, we grab two. There are a couple ways to get into your break. So firstly, when you do your double lift, we have to establish a pinky break. You can either, the two most popular methods are doing a thumb break where you grab two and then you get that fleshy part of your pinky into the corner of the deck. Should look like so. If you are worried about a bevel here, on the top two cards, you could do two things. You could either press down with your thumb to minimize or erase that bevel, or use your pointer finger to hide that small indentation here. So you are pretty much covered at all angles except the right portion of the deck. That is your starting position. Okay. Another way to push two cards off as one is to push two cards off as one. So you are pushing off with your thumb. Let me do it again. You're pushing off with your thumb, and then you pull the cards in with your fingers, and that should establish your pinky break. Regardless of which method you choose, once you have it here, this is where a lot of people mess it up. They try to make the flip so precise to where it looks very stiff. I'll show you what I mean. They grab it and they slam it down. Very, very stiff here. I'm going to show you a fail-proof way to flip two cards as one. Makes it look very effortlessly, and more often than not, you will always have everything lined up. So let me show you how to do that. So get your break. You're going to grab it from the end here. Find that midline, that midpoint. Grab it between your thumb and your pointer finger. You're going to slide it along the deck, very gentle. I'm not using a lot of pressure here. And that's going to guide the cards and keep them in line. Once you reach the end of the deck, all you're going to do is let gravity finish the rest of it for you. If you want to be a little bit more showman, have a little bit more showmanship in it, I like to spring the cards off, and it easily flips over. Let's do that one more time for you. So I'm pushing with my thumb. That's going to create some buoyancy. Sorry, not buoyancy. That's going to create some kinetic energy, potential energy, rather. And then as you release, you see that? The cards should actually just kind of come out away from the deck. And you got to do it at an angle. Look at that. Super, super easy. Now you're in this position. What I recommend you do is always have the cards jogged forward a little bit. And here's why. You're going to use your pointer finger, grabbing that top right portion of those two cards. You're going to pull it down, And that's going to allow, once you lift these fingers off, the 2 cards to actually float away from the rest of the deck. You're going to use your fingers, your boom boom fingers, I like to call them in my YouTube shorts. And you are going to flip the 2 cards over as one. Here's a cool thing, is you could show this now however you want. They think the card is an ace. You could show it a couple of different ways. One of the most popular ways is putting that ace on the bottom of the deck and then pretending like it teleported to the top. Or, again, once you've shown that ace, you can put it in the middle of the deck. Sorry, that's a better angle. Flip it over, and then it's not the ace anymore. There are actually not a couple. There are many different ways to show the card. But it's also another popular control. In future videos, I'll be talking about how to control cards, knowing where exactly you're positioning whatever card your spectator chooses. So stay tuned for that. But that is I think I broke it down quite well. That's the gist of the double lift. Again, it is a quintessential staple in Magic. So if you are just starting off, I guarantee you learn this one trick, you can build upon this trick and create a whole entire routine literally based off of that. Couple of extra tidbits of information here. Make sure that you have a new deck and you wash your hands as you practice. So you don't want cards literally coming off and they're grimy and they're peeling. You want them practically mint. You want them very nice here, because it's going to make the flip that much easier, and it's going to make the thumb break that much easier. It's going to make the cards adhere to each other that much easier. You for sure need to, let me show you this really cool Joker. Look at that. You for sure need to have a new deck, or a relatively new deck, while you do this. Let me show you my favorite variation of the double lift. Not as clean, but you get the idea. A lot of cool things you could do. Let me just show you one more for the road, because I know, oopsie doopsie, because I know that I will make one in the future. That's another one. That's called the snap change. A lot of cool things I want to show you all here on this channel here. But yeah, quick story about me. I've done Magic in high school. I learned it. I picked it up from my half brothers in Thailand. And I remember right when I entered high school, they showed me a couple tricks. We brought home a couple DVDs, and I was hooked ever since. And in high school, I was known as that Magic guy. And yeah, I ran with it. So it's absolutely fun to learn. Yeah, I'll leave you at that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know down below. I do my best to respond to every single comment. I love interacting with the community that we're cultivating, creating here. As always, for more Magic-related content, I invite you to subscribe. Today's what, Friday? No, it's Saturday. It's Saturday? Every Saturday, Magic content, fresh and new, and I'll see you again very soon.